welcome to another episode of The Barber and the Bae. I am Tanya S Kelker.
And I'm Chris Kelker.
And together we are The Barber and the Bae. And welcome to our show. Baby, this is another week.
Yep.
How was your week this week?
Man, my week was it was pretty busy. It was a good week, man. I had a lot of crazy customers in there this week.
Crazy customers?
Well, they not. Some of them look crazy, but just they came in. It was a lot of sangria drinking around there.
Sangria?
Yeah, they tried out new wines for some reason at the New Year. It was a bunch of them trying out new wines.
What, they got wine subscriptions for Christmas?
I guess so.
They had the same subscription?
I don't know. Probably so.
Did someone come to your shop and sell them for subscription?
I didn't see them. I think somebody that they love said, "Hey, I'm gonna do something new for them. I'm gonna give them a wine subscription."
How would you like a wine subscription?
Yeah.
You want a wine subscription?
Yeah, I want one.
Why? So you can see what you like?
Yeah, cause after you introduced me to the Rieslings. Rieslings.
Tell them what you called that card. Tell them, I can't even say the real name because then, tell them what you called it.
Well, everybody, I saw this car, and I really like this car, and I had never seen one in the area before, and I saw this car, and I have a friend, he used to sell cars, and we were talking, and I was like, man, I saw this car, man. I want that car. He like, what kind of car is it, man? What kind of car? He said, I said, it's the McLaurin. He said, the McLaurin. He said, what that car called again, Chris? I said, the McLaurin, man. I said, it's a 2-seater, drop top. Ain't nobody around here got it but a few people. He said, a McLaurin. He said, Chris, I ain't never heard of a McLaurin. He said, McLaurin. I said, a McLaurin? But that show you nobody I know has had one. Because I thought it was the McLaurin. And I've been thinking it's been the McLaurin for like a couple of years now.
You want a McLaurin, baby?
Yeah, I want a McLaurin.
Oh, okay.
I want a McLaurin.
He want an invisible car. Have y'all ever seen the show? Ever seen the show Atlanta with the invisible car? That's what Chris getting. Yep, I'll get my baby a
I know what it is now.
I'm getting him the invisible car because the car he want don't exist.
I know what it is now. I know what it is. I mispronounce words sometimes. Yeah, but I know what it is now. It's the McLaurin.
McLaurin.
The McLaurin. Whatever. I know what it is when I see it. And other than that, the week was pretty good. Now, it got cold this week, y'all. It got real cold. And see, my ankle act up when it get real cold.
Chris, that ankle act up whether it's cold or not.
It cut up this week, here. Ooh, it cut up.
What did it do?
It just was hurting. And it didn't matter what time of day or night, it'll start hurting, it'll stop hurting, but it I know it's because of the cold. Because of the weather.
Okay.
Yep. That's all it was. I mean, it's an old football injury, yeah. Yeah, it's an old football injury.
From middle school?
From middle school, yeah. Yeah, from my Powell middle school days. Them Trojans. Mighty Trojans.
Did you play on the team?
I did play on the team.
Like during the game?
Yes. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Nah, but for real, y'all. That injury happened at the barbershop. I came out of the barbershop one night. I wasn't paying attention, and I slipped and sprained my ankle.
And you did not go get it looked at.
I did not, and I should have. I should have went and had it looked at. But now, every time it gets cold, that ankle gets to acting up. Well, it was a real good week. You know, what did you do this week? Tell them what you did this week.
Nothing. No, I'm sweating. Yeah, it was a very busy week for me. I did travel out of town for work. I will say I didn't plan, like, you know how when I got time I try to plan for y'all when I'm gone. Mm-hmm. I didn't do none of that, and it rolled off into my time out of town too. Like,
what you mean?
It's more because I think y'all be thinking that me planning for y'all when I leave is all about y'all. It's not, because it helps me to be more organized when I leave too. Mm. And so my lack of being organized and preparing, at least making sure y'all knew what y'all was going to eat so you didn't have to think about that while I was gone. Mm-hmm. Or the thought of, even just lightening the load before I left. Because I didn't do that, that carried on towards me being out of town. So, like, for one, I didn't book my flight until the day of that I was leaving. Like a couple hours before I was leaving. Mm-hmm. So that meant that I didn't pack until it was time for me to leave. And I'm going to tell y'all how I know. One reason I know God loved me. Because I was late. And all of a sudden, I get a text that my flight was delayed. And all I can say is thank you, God. Because let me tell y'all something. I was this close to not making it on that flight. Mm-hmm. Because I would have had to park in the... Because I didn't even want nobody to drop me off at the airport because I didn't want to miss my flight and then nobody feel like, oh, it's their fault, or have nobody thinking I'll be mad at them. So I said, look, I'm going to have to pay that $45 parking because nobody even deserved to be even put in that predicament to have that kind of pressure on them. Just because I was late in my ill preparedness, I just drove myself to the airport because I was like, I'm not even finna put that on nobody. I don't even want nobody to have no extra pressure, no, because if I missed the flight, that was gonna be on me, and I ain't want to put that kind of pressure on nobody. So I drove, and then I was thinking, I said, I don't walk fast enough to be trying to rush, and I was like, I might not make this flight. And right before I was on the interstate, right before I got ready to get off on the exit, that's when they said my flight was delayed. I said, woo, thank you, Jesus. It was delayed like an hour.
It was cold.
Yeah, they had to defrost the plane. It was cold. Listen, I ain't mad about it because I needed that. The
plane was hurting.
All I needed was 10 minutes. I needed 10 extra minutes. And then, matter of fact, I'm glad they did because I got stopped at the TSA people. Stopped me at the airport.
For what?
Because I had the natural soap with me.
What they thought of? Oh, they use soap to do stuff.
I don't know what they thought. Well, no, it wasn't that. It was just that it was a perishable item, and apparently you can't have that kind of stuff going through. And it was because it was like a big old block of soap. Like, well, not that big, but maybe like that. The big old blocks.
Yeah. What is? You can't have them any more than like 4 ounces.
Yeah, certain ounces or something. Yeah. But they let me go through, and then I had 2 bars. So that was like, so they basically had their gloves. It was in a plastic bag, so they was pushing on it and looking at it. They kept sending it through the machine. And then the lady, officer, she patted me down. Like, not just a regular pat down. She was all in my clothes. And
I had never seen no soap like that.
No, that was before the soap. That was before they even got to the bag. The metal detector stopped me. I didn't have on nothing. I had on some regular jeans and a regular shirt. I had no belt on or nothing. And they stopped me. And they said, ma'am, you need to come to the side. And I'm like, so Jackson pulling people to the side? Now, it must be serious when Jackson pull you to the side. And y'all, that lady was all up under my shirt, all in my bra. I was like, ma'am, I don't think we're supposed to be doing all this in public. Like,
this is inappropriate.
And she went down my pants, y'all.
I'm gonna find
She did. And I ain't have no underwear on. I can cut that out if you want me to. Where you want me to stop it?
I told you to quit that.
You don't care if I say it?
Nah, you can say it.
Okay.
But you ain't the only person to be walking around here like that. But,
so, then they pulled me to the side, and y'all, she went in my pants. And, okay, this may be too much information. sometimes I don't like to wear underwear. And this was one of the times I had an underwear. I was so ashamed. I was like, ma'am, before she even got like in my pants, I was like, man, I'm so sorry, but I do not have on any underwear.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so ashamed.
That's why your grandmama always used to tell you to wear good underwear and socks, because you never know what's gonna happen.
You never know.
You never know what's.
So the lesson in this is wear underwear at least in the airport.
When you're traveling. Lord have mercy.
Well, she did make me feel bad. She was like, well, listen, at least you don't stink. I was like, oh. She said, because today has been one of them days and everybody that comes through here is just not okay. I said, ooh. Made me feel a little better, but I was still ashamed, y'all. And that's a lesson. I'm probably not going to ever go back through the airport without no underwear. I'm like,
do what your grandmama told you to do.
I had it wrong.
Grandmama said drawers, too.
She did.
And socks. I know my grandmama did.
Well, I ain't wearing no socks. I still didn't have no socks on.
Well, yeah.
But I should have had some underwear on.
Yeah.
I felt so violated and so.
You should have felt violated.
I did. I was so ashamed.
What else happened? Cause we ain't got past the airport yet.
Can't even top that. Let's see what else. I was up. I couldn't really sleep while I was gone. Like the whole time I was gone, I was up to about 5 o'clock every morning. Just up doing. I mean, I was doing work and stuff, but I was up all night. And what night was that? Thursday night, Friday morning. I was up 24 hours.
Yep.
And what happened was I had a Red Bull and a Coke. I drank the Red Bull at 11 p.m. on Thursday night. And I turned around and drank Coca-Cola around about 1:30.
Wow.
Because all my waters was too cold. And the water was too cold in the refrigerator. And that's what I had left. That was the other option. I was thirsty. And it
was a little bit of Cokes.
No. It was Coca-Cola. Like a Coca-Cola.
It was like a 16 ounce.
Yes. I didn't drink all of it, but I shouldn't
you
have had none
enough
of it. Yeah, I was up.
You drink that type of stuff. You worse than the truth, right?
I know. I know better.
You know better than drink that at that time of night.
Period. I shouldn't have had a Red Bull.
You don't really drink stuff like that.
Yes.
Like,
and I was just up, like, I get up around about 6 anyway and watch, like, some of my spiritual mentors.
Mm-hmm.
Watch they, I ain't gonna say they services. I guess they
messages.
Lives. Yeah, they messages, they lives and stuff around about 6, because both of them have 6 o'clock recordings and stuff. And I watched that. I got up. I even watched Creflo. Creflo come around.
Creflo?
Yeah, he come on around about 9 o'clock.
Creflo.
So I was still up.
Dollar.
Yeah, I watched the morning meetup. So I watched Kelly. I watched the morning meetup. I watched a little bit of Latrice, and I watched Creflo. And then I finally went. And what I should have done was I should have went on to the client site.
So you had revival overnight.
I did.
You had a whole week's worth of revivals overnight.
I did.
You had revival.
Dang, I did.
You had a guest speaker every night. For every night.
I binge watched the revival.
You binge watched the revival. That was a revival.
That was a good one. I had a good lineup.
Hey.
I called into the work center prayer line.
You had a star-studded lineup.
I did. Kelly Gueze, Latrice Ryan, Roger Richardson's works. Actually, it was Gwen McDuffie that prayed. So Gwen prayed. She did good. That was an old Holy Ghost prayer. That wasn't no Missionary Baptist prayer. That was a Church of God in Christ prayer or something. I don't know. That Gwen.
You gonna get off a Missionary Baptist like that. You gonna get off
the cupboard. It's a cupboard. But okay, you're right, baby.
And Creflo was the headliner.
Yes, he was, and I enjoyed it. So that was the 3. So it was Kelly, Latrice, Gwen. So them 3 women. Look at that. And then I watched one of Felix's 88 Days of Power. Oh. And then I watched Creflo.
Okay.
So yeah, that was a whole
revival.
Yeah.
That's a whole revival.
I had revival, y'all. And then I went to sleep. Finally. And I crashed, y'all. It was like, because matter of fact, while I was doing work, I was listening to Sarah Jakes. Ooh, so I had a star-studded revival.
Ooh, that was a long revival. Ooh, that was a 5-nighter.
Yeah, that was 6 nights.
That was 6 nights of revival.
So Creflo wanted to start. Sarah was. They started with the star.
Ooh, wait. That was a long revival.
4 women and 2 men.
Yeah, that was a long revival. They don't do revivals like that no more.
I thoroughly enjoyed it, though.
Yeah, that was like a good revival.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I didn't know I had revival.
That was revival. Mm-hmm.
And I should have went to work. I didn't because I said, I'm going to go later. And I'm going to go to sleep. That was the wrong... apparently, it was a lot of bad decisions with my revival. Because I should have went to work since I was up, but I laid down, and I was down.
Yeah, because you called me.
Yes. I called him. I was like, good morning! He was like, I got an hour before I have to get up. I was like, dang. Man don't want to talk to me or nothing. I was excited and woke.
She was.
Oh, I watched Ariel work out at 5:30.
Who?
Ariel she was in where did I meet her? At the content creation boot camp that I went to in August. She gets up and works out at 5:30 apparently.
Okay.
I watched her work out. I did a couple of exercises with her.
Okay.
Like, I was wired up.
Like, you was actually pretty productive.
I was.
Everything was just in the wrong order.
It was the wrong time of day.
Everything was at the wrong time of day.
And I hadn't had any sleep, though. That was the problem.
Man.
I hadn't had any sleep.
I don't see how she do it, y'all.
I like to be up in the middle of the night.
But...
And I don't really get a lot of sleep at all, period.
Your whole... I don't know how your body works.
What you mean?
Like, my body is,
old.
No, it's not old. I am a creature of habit.
Yeah.
Like, you can set your clock by me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be up. I'm going to be at the bathroom at a certain time.
His body is on a time clock.
It is on a clock. I'm going to be at work at a certain time.
No matter where he is, he going to go to the bathroom.
Yep.
At around the same time. It don't matter where he at.
Every day. We could be in Denver, Colorado. It don't matter. We could be in India. It don't matter. I
want to go to India.
I do too.
Yeah.
And
look that up.
Look it up.
See how we go.
Yeah, I even get hungry around the same time of day. Like my body knows when break time and quitting time is. And yeah, I get sleepy at the same time every single night. Like when the news start, that's it. My body say.
I be just getting started.
She do, and I be in the bed.
My body be like, all right, so everybody else gone to bed, get to work.
Yep.
It was like, let's go. I be like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Because I'm a whole night owl. I've been trying to fight it. You did kind of knock my schedule off when I got with you. So I started getting up earlier and doing different stuff. But my body was like, no, you still a night owl.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool, you know. Yeah. I mean, I guess with me, I've been on the schedule for so long. I've been on the same schedule, y'all. I know for the last probably like 15 years. Yeah. Like my body, I can't even sleep in for real.
I can.
Yeah. I have to be like super tired.
Well, I been just went to sleep too though.
Yeah, you just went to sleep at like 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
People like, you being lazy. I was like, I just went to bed.
It don't matter how hard I try. About 8 o'clock, that's about the latest I can sleep.
Yeah.
Like, my body's going to make me get up to do something.
You let me. I sleep to 12, 1 o'clock.
Nah.
You let me.
Nah. I just feel like I might well go back to sleep if I get up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh.
Yeah, like the day is gone.
I be just getting going.
Yeah.
I be like, well, la-di-da-di-da, let me go do a little stuff, something to be productive.
Yeah, sometimes I come home for lunch and she's still in her pajamas.
So?
And I be like, what you doing? Oh, nothing.
Because he be making me feel bad. I be like, dang, he come in, he has judgmental eyes. He be like, you still in the bed.
Still in your pajamas.
I've been at work slaving away.
All day.
I'm like,
But no, it's cool.
Good morning.
It's 2:00.
I don't sleep that late.
You didn't sleep that late, but you'll still be right here in your pajamas at 2:00.
I've been very productive. That's why I turned the camera off on the Zoom. So if any of my clients get on here, if I've ever turned the camera off on you, it's because I'm still in the bed. Cat's out the bag. I'll probably have a bonnet on and I'm probably still in my pajamas, but y'all got some fire strategy though.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ain't need to see me. Y'all heard me, right? True. Is that it? Oh, I supported my mentor, Dave, at his live recording of his podcast.
Okay, social proof.
And like, y'all, it's a blessing every time I go and support my mentor. Like, I don't think people understand that aspect of having a mentor or a coach. Because it's like, yeah, you pay to be in the program, but if that's all you coming for, then are they really your mentor? Because if you don't invest and support them in everything that they do, then it's kind of like, how can they even be a mentor to you if you're not even learning from them? Because if you're just learning from their program, that ain't it.
No, that's just getting the course.
Yeah, like you might as well just did something else. You shouldn't have paid a premium price if you're not gonna go and support your mentor. I don't think you should get a mentor, or that you should even have a coach or anything like that you pay a premium to be in someone's inner circle or anything of that nature. And that's why, like, any coach I've ever had, like, I've always supported the other stuff that they had. Even though I might have paid the top price for their top tier programs, I still pay for the other stuff that they have going on. Like, I'm still in his small coaching program that he does. I show up, and because also by him being my mentor, I support the stuff that he do.
Yeah.
Like, any mentor I've had, I'm coming to your events, I'm coming to the stuff they got going on, because that's what you should do when you have a mentor. Like, you're not going to get what you need by just going to the course and having an expectation like someone owe you something. No one owes you anything. I don't care how much money you pay. No one owes you anything. It's up to you to go out there and get it. So, I enjoyed going to support my mentor. Actually, both of them, him and Donnie. Cool. So, I enjoyed supporting both of them. Yeah, and I think that's about all that happened to me this week. It was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was a lot. Oh, and one last thing, I supported my soror, who made her announcement for Chancery Clerk in Hinds County, Demetrius Hodges. Y'all, she announced her candidacy to run for circuit court judge. So I'm supporting her 100% behind there. And I went to her announcement, actually, on Saturday, today.
Okay, cool.
Yep. So now that's it. I think that's all.
Okay.
That was a lot. It was a lot. Busy week.
What was your meal of the week?
It's real ratchet.
What's it?
So, I don't really just be eating for real.
I know.
Especially when I'm gone. Yeah, when I'm out of town, I turn into a whole baby. I don't eat or nothing. I be like, Chris, will you Uber Eats me some food? I forgot to eat. I'm a whole baby.
But you kind of like that at home, too. Like,
I'm worse when I'm out of town, though.
Yeah, she works, like, she will not eat at all. Like, and I didn't realize that till probably, like, she just started this probably, like, last year. And we went to Memphis. And I noticed that she just wasn't eating. And y'all, like I told y'all, my body is on the time.
Chris don't eat.
I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat. And I realized I was really hungry. And I was like, this is running a little long. I'm really hungry. And my mother-in-law, was there with us, and she hit me too. She was there with us. She hit me. She like, "Ain't you hungry?" And I was like, "Yeah, Mama, I'm hungry too. I'm hungry too." I was like, "What?" And she like, "Well, what Tanya doing?" I said, "You know what? Let me go see."
I was working.
She was working, but at the same time, I was like,
I had all that help there, and no one thought to bring me nothing to eat or nothing. So I think that's when they learned, let me get this girl something to eat, have her some food.
Yeah, because I was like, this is crazy. Because we hadn't ate breakfast or anything. Like, we literally got up and got to moving. But, and I just noticed that every time after that, like, if I didn't mention something about food, it's like she didn't. It doesn't even. It don't even cross her mind. And we came home, and it was pretty much like, I think it was like 4:00 in the afternoon or something. Something happened. I was at home earlier than normal, and she's like, "I haven't eaten all day. I haven't eaten." I was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, what are you doing? And that's when I realized she had become a baby. She was a baby.
I tricked him. See, he thought he got an adult when he met me.
I realized I had a baby. I had a baby.
See, we don't have a daughter, so I had to become the baby.
She's a baby. So I try to make sure that she eats.
But I do make sure they eat. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
I make sure they eat.
Yeah. So what would it be a little week?
Oh. I'm ashamed now because it ain't even no meal. I like kettle chips, y'all. And I saw some dill pickle kettle chips inside of Publix. And I got me some dill pickle kettle chips. And I dipped it in the French onion dip. Oh my God. That was delicious.
That's a pregnancy meal.
Yeah. No. Well, it was delicious. It was delicious. And I had some gummy bears. What's your meal of the week? It don't matter what I had.
It was a meal of the week, y'all. Oh, man. My meal of the week was, it was what I cooked Thursday.
What you cooked?
Man, I cooked Salisbury steak smothered in gravy with field peas and rice. And it was everything that I hoped it would be and more. It was everything I hoped it would be. It was.
What did you hope it would be?
I wanted something just real kind of hearty. And I like soups and everything, but I know the kids they're not gonna really eat soup like that.
Yeah.
But they will eat gravy covered meat. And Chase didn't eat.
I was like, Chase wasn't gonna eat that.
Well, what I did was I formed my patties and everything, seasoned the meat, and pan fried them on both sides, and then I put them in the oven and baked them. I learned that from her, y'all. So
he be trying to brown the meat now.
Yeah, I browned the meat and then put it in so it keep its foam. And then when it was done, I took half of them and I smothered them I put them in the gravy. And I made my gravy from scratch too. I don't use the canned gravy. And I had like it was mushroom gravy, brown mushroom gravy, and I just let it cook on low for a little while, and they was like, "Ooh, Daddy, they good."
You said that, Cayman.
Yeah, you know, Cayman said that. You already know. Ooh, Daddy, they good. Yeah, but that was my meal of the week, and it turned out good. I like it.
What you drinking on?
Tonight.
Is that some tequila?
This is something that most people don't drink all the time. It's real. It's not rare, but if you look at some folks' skin, it is. Nice cold ice water.
You did all that for some ice water?
Oh, yes.
Well, I have fancy ice water. And it's not tap water. You have tap water, don't you?
I don't think it's tap water.
You ever came out the refrigerator?
I don't count that as tap water.
It is.
How so?
It tastes like tap water. That's why I don't really want to drink it.
It don't taste like tap water. But
Well, I don't like the way it tastes.
it don't taste like tap water. Man. It's got a filter.
Maybe we need to change the filter.
It don't taste like tap water. Well, maybe we do need to change the filter.
Yeah, because I don't like it.
But you don't like water out the refrigerator anyway.
Because people be needing to change the filter.
I don't think it even got anything to do with the filter.
Well, I got some Aquafina.
Okay.
It ain't even fancy water.
I thought you didn't like Aquafina. No, that's the sun.
Like the sun.
She don't like the sun there.
Yeah.
That pond water.
Is it even? It might be one step above. It's recycled sewage water. That's what it is. Right here with feces in it.
Whatever.
What's your song of the week?
My song of the week now. If you know me personally, y'all know I love some good quartet gospel. Because I'm a guitar player and I love some quartet gospel. I grew up playing quartet gospel in church and ran all the little musicals and everything. So my song was I Found the Lord by the Texas Boys out of Tyler, Texas.
I don't think I ever heard that song. I'm going to have to research that.
Research this song. That's a good song.
Oh, what made it be your song of the week? What does it relate to?
It made me feel good. You know what I'm saying? And, I've been praying a lot and reading my Bible and everything. And I'm like, that's a good song. I like that song. What was your song of the week?
Okay. My song of the week, I've been on a Jay-Z kick this week, along with my revivals. It's been revivals and Jay-Z, okay? That's what kind of week I've been having. And Drake, I mix with Drake's. But my song of the week is 30-something by Jay-Z. Because it just hit different when you really 30-something. Like, what he talk about in the song is just about when you in your 30s, you kind of, that's when you hit that groove and you be like, oh, this is what life's supposed to be. And that's kind of where I'm at in life, in real life. And it's just like, it really hit different. You be like, I'm still young, but I'm too old for a lot of that foolishness. But I'm young enough to not be like grown. I'm auntie status for real. Yeah. But I'm not like out of touch with the young people too. Yeah. I guess I am. I say with the young people.
Yeah, when folks say with the young people,
you might be out of touch. You may be.
You're a little bit out of touch.
But I'm the auntie now.
Yeah.
And it hit and it became an appreciation.
Yeah.
So 30-something was a good summary of that.
I realized I reached 30-something when one of the Jackson State football players called me Unc. And I was like, all right, young blood. All right, now. All right, Unc.
Oh, people call me Mrs. LaTanya. Like, hey, Mrs. LaTanya, how you doing today?
Yeah. You know, auntie status now.
Yeah, but it's a respectful way.
Yeah, it's respectful.
Yeah. This is the wisdom. Also, you in your 30s and in that status when you be excited to go get your hair done.
Oh, yeah.
I be excited to see Miss Gladys.
Yeah.
Like.
For me, it's being excited about going to Home Depot. Yeah. Yeah.
And see, a lot of people like going, and I'm excited about getting bedding. Like when I got the new comforter set. Oh, I was so excited. And I went and got some new sheets. I got a new sheet set, y'all. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Now I gotta go get me some new throw pillows to put on the bed with the new comforter set.
The throw pillows.
Yes, and I found some new fabric softener. I found a new brand.
And I can't sleep on the throw pillows, girl.
No. Oh. Don't be sleeping on the comforter, the sham.
What?
The sham, the pillow. See, you don't even know what sham is.
I don't know what a sham is.
It's the pillowcase that matched the comforter. Oh. That's why I told you not to sleep on it.
I didn't sleep on the sham.
On my side of the bed, when I came home, that part was to the front, so that meant somebody was sleeping on it.
Your baby slept on it.
So you let him sleep on it.
I didn't know he had slept on it. It was dark. He just came in.
Let's play this game. Pick a game card. Pick a rule card. What's the rule?
Do-over. Everyone else picks a play card that they would do over again and places it on the table face up. I will decide which card is the poorest life decision, and the person who played it wins the card. Discard the rest.
Okay. So we're gonna have to do our little twist on it because it ain't a whole bunch of us playing. It's just me and you. So
yeah.
We'll get some of these cards, and if it's something we would do, whichever one we'll do over, you'll flip it over, and whoever got the poorest decision that will win, and then we'll just talk about it while we'll do over. Okay. So I'm gonna give you 5 cards. 1, 2, 3. What you got? 3?
Yep.
4, 5, 4, and 5. All right. You got any of them that you'll do?
That I would do over?
I never did that.
I never did that. Something that I would do over.
I never did none of these.
Yep. I got one that I would do over.
I never did none of these. I'm gonna have to grab some.
Yeah, get some more cards. Get some more
I'm
cards.
gonna pull from the bottom. Cause I ain't did none of these.
Well, we're not talking about that.
He gonna be well, you get to pick the one which one is the worst.
Oh.
So, I finally found some cards that actually had I done. That was a wild section. That was a lot of stuff. That was wild stuff. I ain't never had that happen to me. What you got?
What did I do over?
Alright, I'm gonna read your card and you read mine.
Okay.
You got another one?
Yeah.
We'll do 2.
Yeah.
Alright, so his card says, never have I ever met someone from Tinder face to face. So, you'll do this over again?
Yeah, but it wasn't Tinder.
What was it?
It was Facebook.
No! Who'd you meet on Facebook, Chris?
I bet you.
Y'all.
Yep.
We met because Chris jumped in my inbox on Facebook. He jumped in the inbox.
I did.
He did.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna save that story for another episode.
Yes.
Cause that's a good one.
That was good. I was like, who you meet on Tinder?
Yeah, I've never even been on Tinder.
I thought you were gonna tell the story about that girl that catfished you.
Oh, I forgot about her.
Yeah, Chris got catfished
I
before.
did.
What site was that?
What was that?
BlackPeopleMeet.com or something like that. Black Planet or something.
It was Black Planet.
No, I think Black Planet wasn't a dating site. It was Black People Meet or something.
It was something.
But what happened with your catfish date?
Yeah. I jumped in a DM and it was like the picture was cool, but it had a weird angle to it, and it highlighted like her thigh, and it was crossed over. It was meant to just.
So all you saw was little booty meat.
I saw a little thigh meat and little booty meat, and I like.
He said, "Oh yeah, what's up?"
Yeah, and I realized when I met her, she did not look that. One, the face. I don't know. It was face one. It wasn't. It was the same face, but it wasn't the same face. It wasn't.
How did you feel?
Betrayed. Bamboozled.
Hoodwinked.
Ran them up. Like, what was just running them up. And then, like, you know, and even like the picture covered up, like, it kind of covered her torso, so you really didn't see everything. And when
it was a lot?
Yes. It was a lot down there. It was a lot there. It was a lot of torso. It was a whole lot of torso. And I didn't expect that much torso. But it was a whole lot of torso. And little legs. The legs was little.
Chris.
What? Built like a wisdom tooth.
Chris!
And you know what? And that... It pissed me off a little bit. It did piss me off a little bit. But she was cool. You know, we still went on the date and everything. I'm like, I ain't that. I said, I ain't no low down, dude. You know, like, I'll be like, oh, no, I don't speak English or nothing.
She's like, you ain't Mexican.
Yeah. She had already seen me. But, she had said something, when we were talking on the phone, and it just really like, I was like, oh, you ain't right on the outside or the inside.
Dang.
And I was like, yeah, but I got catfish like that, and, you know.
Okay, which one you want to pick of mine?
Boom.
All right. You gonna read it?
Yep. Never have I ever posted a picture on social media to make another person jealous.
I used to do things like that. I don't do things like that anymore. But yeah, actually, it was. I ain't gonna tell y'all the full situation because that ain't none of y'all business. But just know, I was trying to make this girl. I don't know. I just want her to be upset for some reason, cause. So I kept posting this stuff to make it seem like, to make something seem like it wasn't what it really was, because I knew she was stalking my page. So I used to post stuff to make her mad, because I knew she was always stalking my page and always act like she wasn't stalking my page. So I used to post stuff to make her mad, because I was like, well, if you coming over here, I'm gonna give you what you're looking for. And she used to call one of my ex's phones all the time, crying, telling him, she's so evil! And then he was like, what are you talking about? And she never could say, because she would never admit that she was watching my page. And, yeah. I've grown up, though.
Pity.
That was beyond pity. That was, I'm almost ashamed that I used to do those things.
Well.
Because I did it every single day.
30s are for growth.
Yes.
30s are for
I'm
growth.
almost 40, though. I'm on the other side of 30.
Yeah.
I'm not coming up to 35. I'm on the other.
Yeah. Hey, you know. Hey.
Should have been looking at my page, ma'am, just in case you catch this episode. Because you'll probably still be stalking me. What else you got? You got one more? No. Oh, yeah. Never have I ever accidentally drank something with trash or a cigarette in it.
Yes. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
What? Here's my judgmental face.
Yeah, well, one of
You
my...
don't even care.
No, I don't care. Me and one of my friends, we were sitting outside the barbershop one night, and he came over. We were just drinking beer after work. Did not realize that he was not putting his cigarette butts out on the ground.
He was putting it in your beer?
He was putting it in an empty beer can, but it really wasn't empty. He had just went on to the next beer. And I was like, we just drinking and everything, and everything got jumbled up in there. And I picked that up, and
it was an ashtray in your mouth.
It tasted like a house fire or something in my mouth. It tasted
like a house fire?
Like a burnt trash can or something in my mouth.
That was your sign to stop drinking beer. You missed it.
Yeah. I missed that. I missed that exit.
Oh, Lord.
I missed that exit. They're like, where you going?
Away from here. I'm gonna come back.
Yeah, I missed that.
Y'all had construction over here. I'm gonna come back.
Yeah, but that's the one time cigarette in it. Okay.
Right. And this is my last one.
Okay. Never have I ever been to a church and a bar in the same day.
I ain't no pastor. Don't judge me. Do not judge me. I'm a little hood and a little holy.
What's wrong with you?
Plenty of times.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, plenty of times. Because, like, if you go out Saturday night and go to church Sunday morning, it's the same day.
Yeah?
It's the same day.
Yeah.
But I wasn't drunk, though. I had to drink. It didn't say I was drunk. I hadn't been drunk at church.
Yeah.
And I think that was the time that I was like, you know what? I ain't drinking no more. I stopped drinking for a little bit, but
yeah.
Because all I kept tasting was Hennessy. And that was the first problem.
That's what I would taste.
Yeah, that was the first problem.
Yeah.
The problem was I had drunk some Hennessy.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. I got to go to church. I can't even stay at home behind this. I am so sorry, God.
Yeah, I had to play one more after a night.
You was a heathen.
I really wasn't. I wasn't trying to do that the night before, but it happened, and I got to church, and my dad plays organ too, so I was at his church helping him, and I sat down and I got my stuff out, and my dad said, "Ooh, boy, you smell like a good time and a long night."
Nelson would know.
Yeah. He said, "Woo." And I kind of got off the Hennessy then. Like I don't really like Hennessy like that. Yeah, I smell it on me. Like I don't like it, even if it's a little bit. But never have I ever.
What's the topic for the week, Pastor y'all?
Yeah, the topic for the week is. This is for the married people, and it's about pretty much what have you learned from your spouse since y'all have been together.
Okay, I think that's a good topic.
Okay, yep.
Mm-hmm. What have you learned from me?
Okay, y'all. The first thing I ever learned.
I'm scared to even hear this.
The first thing I ever learned from my wife was how to properly wash clothes. Did not know I was not washing clothes properly, y'all. Because she started, when we got together, she started washing all of our clothes her way. And y'all, my clothes have never smelled that good. They've never smelled that good. And I was like, oh, what did you do to them? She was like, fabric softener. And I was like,
wash them?
Yeah, wash them. And she showed me how to properly wash clothes, because I wasn't washing clothes. My clothes weren't coming out smelling like that. They were smelling okay, but they was like just regular. Don't do that.
No, they weren't bad, but they definitely was not. I think you washed some of our clothes, and I was like, I don't like that. I was like, don't worry about it. I wash.
Yeah.
And
then eventually she showed me how, because I was like, why my clothes don't turn out like, why would I wash clothes, they don't turn out like that? I was like, what's going on? And then she still showed me, like, step by step, all 22 steps that she used to
It's not,
clothes.
don't do that.
Okay.
It's not 22, it might be 12, but it ain't 22.
The other thing I learned was, now this might be kind of silly, but we had a drag-out argument about seahorses. Because I didn't believe they were real. I thought seahorses was just on The Little Mermaid. I didn't know that they was actually a real creature and everything.
He argued me down. He said they was make-believe. I was like, they are real. I think, when we at the aquarium in New Orleans, I was like, look, these are real seahorses. And he was like...
Yeah, thought they were like unicorns.
Who said unicorns don't exist?
That unicorns do not exist. I know they don't exist.
You don't know?
I argued down on camera about unicorns.
So a horse can't be mixed with a bull and have a horn there?
No.
You sure?
No, they cannot. Yes.
Are you positive?
I am positive.
So if I look it up, what you gonna give me?
What
I
you
need
want?
some money.
What you want?
I want just some little made.
And
nothing
they
major.
can't be one of them clones or nothing they done made up in a lab.
$100.
Okay.
If I find you a unicorn, which is a horse mixed with a bull.
The other thing you taught me was how to think strategically in business.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've always moved from point A, point B, point C. Yeah, my wife, it'd be like from point A, she'd be like, go over here to point M, then come back to point D. But it all makes sense when she puts it all together. So it taught me to start thinking strategically with my marketing, with just how I run my business and everything. And I appreciate that.
Yeah, because my whole thing is, like, you got to start with the end in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because it looked from the outside looking in, it looked like, oh, you're all over the place doing all this stuff like that. But no, because I know in business, it's not A, B, C. Life doesn't work like that. Mm-hmm. It's always, entrepreneurship is all over the place, right? Mm-hmm. But if you know A and you know Z, it doesn't matter how you get to Z. You can go from A to M, then go to D. As long as you know all those things are needed to get to Z, it helps you kind of prioritize things. Because just because it's something in the B position doesn't mean it's the second priority.
Yeah.
So that's why I do all the things. And I didn't know you observed that from me like that.
Yeah. You also taught me how to not burn bridges.
Because your bridge.
I burn a bridge.
He gives no grace. I be praying for that for y'all, for him. Because he has no grace for no one or anything. Like, at any given moment that you see anything iffy.
Yeah.
He don't want to hear nothing about it. He not feeling that. He not hearing that. He off with your head. And in business, I don't believe that to be something that you need to do all the time. Now, some circumstances, it will be off with your head. Mm-hmm. Like, cause you a whole shooter. Like, behind me for sure, he coming. Like, he coming for you, okay? Off with your head. I have to be like, that's why I be cautious about even telling you stuff sometimes. Yeah. Cause he'll get hot and he'll be like, well, don't talk to him about firing right now. I'm like, I'm just venting. I can't even vent to the man.
And even my demeanor will change with those people too. Like, because especially we have to be in the same circles and stuff sometimes. I just can't hide it. Like, I don't do well with the fraudulent like that. And, especially when it comes to her and the kids and stuff, like, because I just feel like we're too grown for you not to know the intentions of your actions. Yeah.
But on the flip side of that, because I think you're absolutely right. Yeah. But on the flip side of that, you just have to kind of pick your battles. Again, that's knowing that there's Z already. Yeah. So I'm more strategic where, no, let me see if this battle worth fighting. I'll let you make it, and that's how most people think. Because I know that if most people think that they got over on me, because a lot of people take my kindness for weakness because they think it's a weakness when really that's my gift. Because I'm gifted with the gift of grace. Mm-hmm. Because I know that you are stupid and you don't know no better and you know not what you're doing. However, that's not my battle to fight all the time. Yeah. And I let God do what he's supposed to do. I be like,
he do it every time.
Kind of my lightweight, because I'm not finna. Because if I do it, I'm gonna be wrong.
Yeah.
Because I don't have that gray area. Like, it's no ending. Yeah. I'm going to try to torture you. Like, I'm going to try to end everything you have. So I let people make it. Yeah. And because, sometimes in the bigger picture, you don't need to be the one to make that decision. You got to protect the brand, protect the business, protect the boss. Yeah. Which protects the legacy. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What did you learn?
Let's see. I learned a lot from you. Because I don't think you think that I learned stuff from you, but I do. One very important thing I learned is to speak up. Yeah. Like, women, even men, but women do this a little more than men. We expect people to read our minds. Yeah. And for me, I felt like if someone can't read my mind or know what I want, know what I like, or something like that, then I correlated that with someone not loving me or not caring about me, right?
Yeah.
Because in one point, you know me well enough, or you should know me well enough to know what I need or want, right? Mm-hmm. But on the other side of that is, if I've never expressed that to you, that's unfair for me to expect for you to know what I want and what I need at that very moment. Like, that's unrealistic and it's unfair, right? So, like, that, for example, like, if I eat shrimp fried rice every week and you ask me what I want from Chinese place, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I would be like, why you don't know what I want? Mm-hmm. And if you didn't already know what I wanted, then I would be upset because I'd be like, you didn't care about me because you didn't observe what I like to know what I want. When in all actuality it was, I'm just asking to make sure that I get, you might want something different this go around, you know?
Yeah, because the Chinese restaurant got a big menu.
Yeah. And, but you taught me that just because, for one, that it's unrealistic to have expect people to read your mind all the time. Now, some stuff now, look, you need to know. Yeah. But it's unrealistic if you hadn't communicated it. And a lot of times I wouldn't communicate it because I'm like, observe and figure it out. Mm-hmm. And that's unrealistic, and you taught me to speak up with that.
Yeah, yeah. Even with, like, in business or dealing with, like, new people coming into your business, everything.
Even old people.
Even old. Anybody. Like, you got to tell folks what you want. Yeah. And I try to make sure, especially the boys, understand, like, if it's something that you need or something that you want or something you have trouble with, you need to speak up. Yeah. Because a closed mouth don't get fed.
That is true. And around here going hungry.
You go hungry. You go hungry.
You better tell me you want. Because here's the thing. I give you whatever you ask for the most part. I give you whatever you ask for. It's not an issue, but I'm not,
I just need to know what you want. Yeah. I just need to, so let folks know what you want.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody psychic. That whole Cleo joint you used to see on
Calling Me Now.
Yeah, Calling Me Now. That's not real.
She might have been real. I don't know. I was too young to know.
Yeah, I didn't have a credit card to call in. So I wanted to call in. I wanted to see.
I was like, oh, you wanted to see?
Yeah, I wanted to see. Huh. I
thought you was opposed to psychics and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I am. I wanted to see what lie she was going to tell you. I always been opposed to that.
Whatever. Yeah. Let me
Calling Me Now.
Another thing you taught me was keeping the peace is important, and that you pick your battles. And y'all, let me tell y'all, I've been gone a good bit of the week, right? And I got home Friday night, and I was so pissed off. My house was in disarray. I'm talking about stuff was everywhere. Like, it was just, like, I'm like, who live here? What y'all been doing all week? Y'all ain't... It pissed me off so bad. I was just so angry from when I walked in the door. Like, mind you, when I got home, when I got back to Jackson, I was so excited to see Chris. I could not wait. I was just like, oh my God, I'm finna see my baby. I got in the house, I'm like, ugh. I was like, I could have stayed where I was. I was like, it just pissed me off so bad, it just changed my mood. And I looked over, because when I came through the door, I looked to the left, I saw the laundry. I'm talking about stuff was everywhere. I'm just like, it was just the clutter, just stuff, oh my God.
She came back too quick. We didn't expect her back there, so.
I'm talking about shoes, just stuff was everywhere. It's like, I don't know what happened. And then the house had the audacity to have an odor. Maybe mad again. Had an odor, and I'm like, what is this smell? You leave 4 men in the house for a couple days, that's what my house smelled like. I'm like, I got candles, I got air fresheners all over this house. Ain't nobody, all the air fresheners unplugged from the wall. They just doing what they want to do up in here. It pissed me off, okay? But I said, you know what, Tanya? Because, mind you, when we got home, Chris said, you want me to bring you some bath water? I was like... Because he already knew that I was starting to get upset. He's like, and I saw he ran me some bath water or whatever, because really he was trying to buy him some time. But nevertheless, so I was like, okay, cool. So I had let it go because, mind you, I didn't do what I was supposed to do before I left, so that's why I didn't fuss. Because typically before I go out of town, I at least make sure they know what they're going to eat every night for dinner. I at least wash the clothes so they don't have to go and destroy my laundry room. I at least vacuum the floors and do all that kind of stuff. But this go around, it was so unexpected. I booked my flight, like I said, a couple hours before I left. So I didn't get a chance to prepare before I left. So that's why I chose not to fight that battle. But also that night, I don't know what Chris did. He went to the refrigerator. And y'all, I don't know if it's some old food in there, but it made the whole house stink. And I just got upset all over again. I just saw red. I was so upset. I was just like, it was so stinky. I was just like, see, this is what I be talking about. But I didn't even say nothing. But my mood and my demeanor changed. Because Chris was like, come get in the bed. I was like, do what? I was just looking at him like, I'm finna clean up. I went downstairs, started spraying air freshener. I'm starting to just clean up, pick up stuff. And Chris said, "Nah, we finna go to bed. Nah, you finna come lay in this bed with me." But he didn't say that. But his actions was that he got up out the bed, threw all the trash out the house. That's the fastest I ever seen the trash get put out the house. Like, it was all the trash in the house out in 10 minutes. And I said, "What you doing?" I'm talking about he got all the food out the refrigerator. All I said was, "What, you opened the refrigerator? You got the whole house thing," and I proceeded to spray all over the house like a crazy woman. And all I know is he got up and he was like, "Oh no, we not gonna have that kind of night." And he came down and he provided a solution because he decided he was gonna pick his battles, and that was very sexy to me. I was like, "Oh, he can't." I was still mad, but I was like, "Oh." That's because he wanted some adult time.
We were going to bed. She been gone all week.
He wasn't trying to go to sleep, y'all.
We were getting in the bed. No.
Got your children.
If raggedy was a word, because it is a word.
They are the poster child.
Yes.
My kids are raggedy.
They just
raggedy. They do what they want to do.
Like, if they need supervision
at all
times, and they know that when she's out of town, I'm typically at the shop most of the time. So they like,
oh, we by ourselves. We by ourselves. They just run them up.
Just run them up.
And my house showed it.
And they, like, all of them know what they supposed to do.
They do the same stuff every week.
Yep.
That's why I be feeling like I shouldn't have to say nothing. Because y'all know. People be knowing what they supposed to do.
They know what they supposed to do. But they pick this, because they know once I get home, all I'm trying to do is get everything wrapped up and go to bed and get ready for the next day. And really, it's them two oldest ones. Them the ones. Them the ones right there. Because they already know, like, they know can't do nothing for himself.
Just ragged, man.
Came and take a bath. It liable not be no water in damn bath too.
My baby will get in the water.
He get in the water now. You got to make sure he got that soap just like the other one.
But see, he be wanting to use the little Crayola soap, the little Crayola paint stuff.
Do it get you clean?
I'm not sure.
But it's just for play.
It said it was soap, but I think it's just for play. I don't never just let that be. But if
I
don't supervise him, he'll only use that.
Yeah.
And he likes my other soap that's in there. That's not for him.
What soap, though?
The heart shape soap. Yes. He likes to wash up with that soap.
What that soap for?
It's pretty kitty soap.
And another thing.
Well, it's not only for feminine stuff, but that's what it's for. It's a pH balancing soap.
Okay.
It'll balance your skin and you know.
Okay.
A pretty kitty.
Yeah. Okay.
Men can use it too.
Okay.
Man.
What? Did you hear that song?
Which one?
Pop It.
Pop music.
Yeah, pop music by 2 Chainz. Y'all.
I'm sick of him and Megan.
Let's start with 2 Chainz first. When do you decide that it's time to stop rapping and just focus on blues?
Chris, that man don't have to do no blues.
He can.
I don't want to see him at the blues show. It's enough country men with fake chains on at the blues shows.
I love the blues show.
But I don't want to see 2 Chainz perform at the blues show. I want to hear JL, what's Eccles? What's his name?
LJ Eccles.
I want to hear LJ. I want to hear Poker Bear.
Yeah.
Those are the people I want to see at the blues. I don't want to see 2 Chainz at the blues show.
Yeah. Jeter Jones.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, it's another one out of Alabama called Hey, you heard him.
Well, you know I don't know nobody's name on that song.
Yeah, you heard him riding with me. You heard him, but yeah.
But I don't want to hear 2 Chainz there. I don't want to see him there. I don't even want to see him visit.
Really? But you know that
he be there
as their career goes longer and longer. As their career goes longer, a lot of times they do end up at the blues shows. Mm-hmm. I remember when I saw Juvenile at the blues show. Now I
want to see that era of rappers.
Yeah.
Like I want to see them.
Yeah.
At the show. Yeah.
As
a matter of fact, I don't want to see them perform. I just want to see them there.
Yeah.
But you ain't got to perform.
People in my hometown got mad because they thought Plies lied about coming to Utica.
He came?
No. The promoters lied.
Oh.
Because everybody...
Why would Plies come anyway? Plies said I ain't went down that south
yet.
Yeah,
because I was like, yeah.
He said not yet.
I was like, his career slowed down. So,
but he ain't blues show yet.
But I said, I don't think he blues show.
He not doing the fair yet.
No, that's Keith Sweat.
I like seeing Keith Sweat at the fair.
I'm tired of seeing Keith Sweat at the fair.
I want to see him every year he comes. I want to hear it. I'm like, like I ain't never heard this song. I want to hear it every year. I be looking for him and Boys to Men. Yeah. That's what I want. That's what I want to see.
You remember the time Genuine came and he had the fake record label?
Yes.
Oh, that was tragic.
He been in the game too long to fall for that.
Yeah, this is what happened. Genuine got booked for a bunch of shows down south, and he came to find out one day that his record label was not the record label he signed to that booked these shows for him was not actually a real record label.
But did he get paid?
No. He did not. That's when he found out it wasn't real. Because he didn't have nobody to sue. Because I don't even think he knew those dudes' real names. But they took Genuine fast and they rode that pony till it couldn't be rode no more.
Dang. Speaking of pony, I'm sick of Megan.
Megan ain't no pony. She a stallion.
Pony stallion.
Quarter horse. Whatever. Tennessee Walker. Whatever you want to call it.
I'm sick of her.
What she do?
Like, okay, so same thing with 2 Chainz. Like, I'm tired of... So she does music and videos for Wow Factors, right?
Yeah.
And my thing about it is, it's no longer a wow factor. Mm. Like the nasty, raunchy, out of just in your face, that's no longer a wow factor. That's what you always do. So it's, at this point, it's annoying.
Yeah. It's got to stay.
Yeah, it's like, so you still doing this?
Yeah.
Like, this all you got? You ain't got nothing else to add, nothing else to do. This all you got. Mm-hmm. And I'm tired of, like, she's too beautiful for that. Yeah. She's too she's actually a talented rapper. She's too talented, too beautiful for that. And I understand that might be what she like, but girl, put your tongue up.
Yeah.
And then the song called Leak, it's just, I'm by no means approved. Yeah. But, ma'am, get some class about yourself, because you ain't gotta get no class. Find something else to talk about. Yeah. Like, girl, I'll be like, girl, next. And girl.
I don't know, I guess.
Making me tired.
Get tired of the raunchy, bumping, grinding, hunching, and just all the time. Like,
I think the problem is because it's like you go off and the problem is because you took a break and you came back doing the same stuff. Yeah. Now, if that's all you're going to do, you're going to have to keep doing it. Mm-hmm. Don't take no break. Because if you take a break, I expect you to be grown up. Better grew up.
Yeah.
And she came back, she did not grow up. She got the degree and stayed the same.
Yeah.
I ain't nothing happy, but she walked across the stage, and I don't like it. Another thing, I'm tired of it.
And another thing.
I don't like that. You got any announcements? Or comments? Anything?
Only comments I got is, hey, remember, wear your mask.
You guys, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're listening audio on Apple or Spotify or any of the audio versions, please go and check us out on YouTube to see the videos of it. Because we do record our podcast live, so that way you can see us as well. Because it's a little different. You get a new aspect of it. And when y'all go to our YouTube, please like, subscribe, and follow. And even comment, give us a little comments.
Send us some questions you have.
Yeah, if y'all have any questions, we'll do, once a month we'll do some Q&A from some questions. We already started getting some questions in, so, send some questions in so we can have some questions to do a Q&A about. You can do it anonymously and that's with our email, which is thebarberandthebae@gmail.com. Or you can send it to us in a DM on Instagram at the Barber and the Bae Podcast. And also, if you're listening to audio, one of the audio ways, please make sure you rate us. Give us 5 stars if you like it. Or, just rate us, give us some stars, and follow us on this podcast journey. We are having a great time with this, and we want to make sure we're bringing content that you all like and enjoy. And that's all I got.
That's all I got.
All right. Well, so until next time, y'all. Goodbye. Bye.